Hey guys, so episode 2 of the first season of Stupid Wife. The scene in this. It was the first time that I'd ever seen a scene like that. Where they weren't ashamed, they weren't apologetic, they weren't anything about it. They pretty much said, this is normal, this is natural, women do this, it's not discussed, it's a bit of a taboo subject, but women do this. We're getting a lot better, but when I was growing up, because I'm fucking old, when I was growing up, no one ever discussed it. You'd have the odd jokes about boys, but no one was... What are you doing, you silly bugger? Todd's having a mad five. No, you'd never discuss it in regards to women. And then with the way my siblings, my sisters never discuss it, never mention it, nothing. So it was all a bit like a taboo subject. Whereas now, we're a bit more open about it. So yeah, seeing this on YouTube... And how it wasn't over-sexualised, it wasn't slutty, it wasn't anything like that. Just normal. Normal, to the point, and I was just like, holy shit! Thank you very much. So I think that scene, you'll know what scene I mean, if not, stay tuned, was a big milestone, I think, in what we see. Well, a milestone in the sense that Stupid Wife has opened a lot of gates, and I think this was one of them. Now, I'll shut the fuck up at some point for 5 seconds, and then we'll just get to it.
Sail on off the radar. Mamãe, por que você está triste?
Nothing's said, but everything's betrayed.
Eu tô com saudade de você. Volta pra casa logo.
Well done, Thomas. Well done.
Eu sou seu filho.
He did very well in this scene, very well. But he didn't look at the camera, but we're ignoring that.
Tá bom. Mamãe vai voltar.
Eu sinceramente não sei nem o que pensar.
Sei que é difícil de pedir isso, mas tenha um pouquinho mais de paciência com ela. Tá sendo muito difícil.
Eu sei.
But that, now I'm thinking about that. When I first watched it, I just ignored it. Thinking about that, why would she not have more patience? She's just literally started this new journey now with Louisa forgetting her memory. She's not. Yes, her. I couldn't. Yeah, no. I can understand why you said it. But why would she not be patient? It's not Louisa's fault if she's forgotten. It's no one's fault. It's just a shit situation. Of course she's gonna be patient. That's my wife.
Sim. Só que pra mim tá sendo muito difícil também. Imagina, um dia você tá casada, no outro você acorda, sua esposa não lembra de nada da história de vocês.
Mas você acha que a gente deveria falar com ela sobre aquele assunto?
Não. De jeito nenhum. Vocês não podem falar nada.
And I
Espera ela melhorar.
yeah, I get the logic in that. What she's already essentially traumatized to the point where she's forgotten her memories, and then to then dump that on her straight off the get-go would be like ripping like 5 layers of fucking wax strips off. So I understood the logic in that and waiting.
Vou voltar pra casa.
Hey, I love talking on the phone.
Eu tô saindo com o Léo pra aquele
You
jogo
crazy.
dele que a gente tinha combinado.
And
Mas a
this
gente
shot,
volta pra jantar com você, tá?
so photogenic. Photogenic, is that the word? I don't think that's the word. Someone's let me know.
Pode ir?
But let's be honest, Valentina in a leather jacket, that's just like a staple. We don't see that. We don't see her in a leather jacket again, I don't think. Or very often, which is a shame, considering she rides a motorbike. What? You coming up?
We both know that this is right.
And I like how they took their time. There's no rushing, there's no, oh, you've got to get to that point. It's
So hey,
realistic. I'm looking about, I don't know this
why
place.
should we
I'm absorbing it, taking it in.
Tem certeza que você não quer ir com a gente?
Oh, I'm alright for now. But I need
Acho que eu preciso ficar aqui sozinha. Mas você acha que ficar sozinha vai ser bom pra você? Acho que seria bom você sair, se distrair.
I think it's
Preciso
also a
ficar
case
pouco
of
sozinha.
Valentina doesn't want to let her out of her
Posso?
sight because she's worried.
Claro. Fica à vontade.
So you don't know what footing to be on if you're in Valentina's shoes. You don't. I want to be loving. I want to woo my wife again, but at the same time, where's the line? The line's fucking, you know. It's a learning curve. She doesn't know if she's crossing it. She's not. It's, yeah. How many TV remotes? Or is it one of them AC?
I'm
You're so
gonna love you
patient.
till the
You are,
end
you're so
of
patient.
time.
Todd's learnt this new thing where he can attack the rugs. So he just goes like this in between the rugs.
Like ours is hard to find.
But there he is. You can barely see him. This is a bit of a dickhead. So none of my rugs are flat anymore because he keeps crumbling them up. Don't you, you dickhead? Come on in. I like how she trapped it, but they just kept going with it because it's normal. Normal. Doesn't and nothing has to be perfect. We don't need it to be perfect. We just want it to be, well, in this kind of show, real, natural. Fucking crackers.
Oi! Tô aqui!
Again, they didn't stop to remove her hair. They just carried on with the scene.
Testando aqui a câmera, achei que tivesse quebrado na semana passada.
Now this scene, the breathing and the sighs.
Vamos desligar? Não.
And I liked at the start they kept. It was the whole first season was a tease fest. It was a teasing of when do we actually see them properly kiss. Not hints of kisses or the sounds of kisses, but actually seeing them kiss. And the way they did it for the whole first season was so amazingly done. It had you hooked. You're like, oh my god, they're gonna kiss. They're gonna kiss. Oh, for fuck's sake! No, they didn't. So you were constantly at the edge of your seat waiting for that first kiss. And yeah, it was just. But then you didn't count, like, if you're watching the videos, you didn't count any of the kisses in them. If you saw a proper kiss in them, you didn't count it, because it's like, no, it's not them. It's not them now. It doesn't count. I also think it's insane that you have to remember doing these lives, but also remember to breathe correctly. It's a lot of fucking work. This is the scene I was on about at the start. Also, God, are we all crackers? Everyone's having fucking mad five. And this was the scene. God, thing to fucking pause on. Stop staring at me, bitch. This was the scene where they had to re-record it because Reese was holding the camera, but she forgot to press play. So then they had to re-record it. Louisa. God, everyone's having a mad five. And I appreciate, while they were doing this scene, I appreciate the fact that Buiar and Reis had the discussion of where can I touch, where can't I touch, and Buiar was fine with Reis touching her boob. This, please confirm, but to me this is a boob touch. This is a full-on boob touch, not a slight brush on the top of the boob. This is a full-on boob touch, and it's the same with like the Christmas episode, the last episode, Buiar touched Reese's boob. They had that discussion where they were fine in certain scenes to do it. They didn't overly do it. They didn't over the top do it like, right, I've got permission to touch your boob, I'm going to touch your boob every time you touch. No. It, you know, whichever scene it worked on and where it was necessary to show the organicness of the scene. That's a proper boob touch, because she's squeezing. What are you squeezing, darling? Again, the breathing from both of them was so on point. You were just like, what the fuck am I watching? Are you serious? Did I just watch that? And then of course you immediately go back, rewatch it, and you're like, I suppose I better get to the rest of the episode and be like rewatch. And then you think, Buiar has really nice eyebrows. Now this scene, I'm gonna get hate for this, but I thought this was a bit too much, but I understood that it was in Louis' brain, but my brain just like, excuse me lady.
Para! O que foi?
And you can thank Natalie for that idea.
Nada, eu
And
ia pegar uma
everyone who wasn't fucking Brazilian thought, why the fuck is she sucking a lime? Because it's green. Don't think that shower's cold enough. But it's that disbelief. I like that they were showing that Louise was in such disbelief that her body was reacting the way her body and mind was reacting the way it was in regards to finding her wife sexy. Because in her mind, Valentine is like, but yet her mind and her brain, her mind may not remember, but her body does. And you know, it was just, again, so perfectly done.
Comprei esse livro aqui pra você. É de uma autora que eu gosto muito. Chama
That's what the
Sobre.
series is based
Acho
off.
que você vai gostar.
Fanfiction turned into book and then turned into this.
Obrigada. O que você tá fazendo aqui? Tô te esperando pra gente dormir. Juntas. Lógico, por que não?
And I can understand, well, she was a bit bitchy about this. Louisa was a bit bitchy about this. There was a nicer way of going about it. But then also you had to show the spice from before. I can understand her not wanting to sleep with Valentina. Because Valentina is essentially a stranger person she dislikes. Of course, she's not going to feel comfortable sleeping next to her. You haven't built that trust yet in order to do that. Again, appreciate the normal fucking pyjamas. Who the fuck sleeps in lingerie?
Bom dia, meu amor!
Bom dia.
Dormiu bem? Prontinho, carinha. Sua lancheira aqui já tá pronta, a gente... Ô, Léo, eu já não falei pra você não ficar nessa posição, filho. Tá amarrotando todo o seu uniforme.
Desculpa, mamãe.
Opa! Bom dia, Valentina. Bom dia. Ô, Lu,
Look, she's on
esse aqui é o
eggshells.
seu telefone, ó. Pra você desbloquear é só você passar o dedo aqui pra cima e o seu rosto já vai liberar a tela, tá? Tá. Tô indo.
Again, that's just natural for her to do it. She forgets
Vamos,
herself.
filho.
And she forgot her other bag. Buiar made that comment. She forgot her camera bag, which is behind Louisa's head.
Você se torna uma mulher linda, sabia?
Ah, não. Que isso, Luísa? A gente não vai transar de novo, não, pelo amor de Deus.
I like how
Como assim,
Duda
bebê?
just... She would, from the get-go was just fucking with that.
Peraí, então é
It
verdade.
broke up the seriousness of
Você
it. It
perdeu
gave
mesmo a
it
memória.
moments to breathe.
Quer dizer, só assim pra você não lembrar daquela noite maravilhosa.
Duda, eu e você,
Foi delicioso.
Ai, te odeio. Ai, que nojo. Ai, bom. Você, né?
Que loucura tudo isso, hein?
Yeah.
Quando o Igor me contou, eu achei que fosse palhaçada dele, né? Mas
É, eu queria que fosse mesmo, mas não. Mas me fala, eu quero saber de você. Vamos tomar um café?
Never like those cups
você
or
é
not.
casada com o amor da sua vida.
Randomness.
O Igor é tudo pra mim. Ele é maravilhoso, sempre foi, você sabe, né? Olha, essa aqui é a Aninha. A nossa filha. Ela é linda. Tem a mesma idade do Léo.
Me diz uma coisa. A Valentina e o Léo sempre foram assim, grudados?
Sempre. Ela é louca pelo Léo, tá? Eu lembro que quando ele nasceu, você tava lá exausta do parto. E ela vermelha, assim, sabe? Igual um pimentão, de tanto chorar, emocionada.
See, that would be a really nice scene
Amiga,
to see.
ela é uma mãezona, tá?
Então quer dizer que o Léo nasceu de mim.
Tem tanta coisa linda que você precisa saber sobre sua história. E eu tô aqui pra te contar.
I just love the relationships. Not, you know, the relationships outside the main relationships. Everyone's on each other's side. Everyone's helping each other. There's no judgment. It's just a family they've made.
Set me on fire like the light wire that you are in.
And
Don't
again,
be a shooting
I
star
fully
in.
understand why Louisa said what she said,
As you
but she didn't have the
and as
maturity
you believe.
to say it in the correct way. Instead
Se
of
a
being
pessoa
an
estiver
adult about
destinada a
it,
você,
she just
independente de
vomited
tudo,
the
vocês
words
irão
out.
se encontrar.
Not
E a
taking
gente
into
precisa
account that
se
there's another
reconhecer
person's
mil
feelings
vezes.
involved. So it did show her
que você tá
immaturity in
fazendo?
the sense that she's not remembering that she is now a
Desculpa.
woman, not a late teenager.
Não tem problema. Eu só estranhei se ter pegado, mas eles são seus também.
Just don't leave him out for Leo.
É, amor. O Léo já chegou, então quando você quiser descer pra jantar, a gente tá te esperando, tá? Valentina, espera.
Right. You getting her hopes up?
Me faz um favor.
And again, was it really necessary to touch her like that? Because you just made it 10 times worse. Because she then gets.
Para de me chamar de
Oh,
amor.
yeah.
Eu não sou o seu amor. Já não basta estar casado com uma pessoa que eu não gosto.
Como assim?
Valentina, deixa de ser sonsa. Tu sabe muito bem que eu não me casaria com você.
Yeah, you did, bitch. Yeah, you fucking did.
Olha só,
Fuck you.
eu tô tentando por causa do Léo. Mas tá bem difícil. Eu nunca viveria com uma pessoa que eu não tenho a menor compatibilidade ideológica. Completamente vazia. Fútil. Mimada. Estúpida.
Chega! Não vou ficar escutando você me humilhar na minha casa, não. Tá achando o quê, cara? Você tá achando que tá difícil só pra você? Olha tudo que tá acontecendo. Só você tá sofrendo, eu não tô sofrendo, não. Você não consegue lembrar da gente. Você não lembra da nossa história. Você não consegue lembrar nem do nosso próprio filho.
I was really happy.
Se você não tá feliz,
Yeah, fuck off, bitch. But you're not. I was really happy to actually see Valentina bite back. Valentina say, yes, you're my wife, but that does not give you the right to treat me like shit. just because you can't remember. No. And come on, Louisa knows she was in the wrong then. What I would like to know, if anyone does know, what was their first scene together where they actually got emotional? Where they actually... Because I know they started off a bit slow to try and build the chemistry, so they started off with the nice, easy scenes to build the chemistry and the connection. But I wonder what was their first scene where they both had to get quite emotional. Because that would have been amazing to watch. To watch them both do that first scene together, and then the realization that who your acting partner is fucking good, and that realization of, I can build off this, we can play this back and forth really well because we're both really good at our jobs. Of course, they both had self-doubts, you know, they never think they're good enough and blah, 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 but to then have that scene where they act the scene out and then they both just go, wow, you were amazing, you were great, that was fucking, that was just, I was just so emotionally sucked in. That would have been, you know, because you do these acting scenes, they knew each other, they knew they could act from the courses, because they did 2 courses together, but it's only when you've got the camera, everyone around you, that you truly realise how good of an actress someone is when you're actually in front of them playing off each other to get the scene. That would, I would have loved to have been able to see that first scene. Like, you know, the disbelief, and then like, oh, we're gonna fucking kill this. We're gonna do so good.
Como foi que você entrou?
Saudade de você.
She has a key, if you don't remember.
Que bom que você tá
season
aqui.
2.
A Valentina, cara, ela tava saindo e abriu a porta pra mim.
Yeah, sure you did.
E você? Como é que você tá? Tá sentindo alguma coisa, alguma dor?
Não, tô bem.
E você e a Valentina já conversaram?
Lógico que não. A gente mal consegue se olhar.
Ai, Luísa. Eu sei que deve estar sendo super difícil pra você. Mas pensa na família que vocês construíram. Talvez
Yes, bitch.
retribuir um pouquinho
Let go of my
melhor.
leg.
Eu não suporto ela. Não consigo.
You can stand
Por causa de
her,
uma rixa
and
de
that's what scares
faculdade?
you.
Sério, não.
The thing is, she can stand her, but she's scared because she can. She's scared how her feelings have suddenly changed from this to that because she doesn't have the memories associated with that change. So she's in limbo land of, oh fuck, like, this is scary, I don't want to do this. But I like how
Para.
Carol
Que não
was
dá pra vocês
using
ficarem vivendo juntos desse jeito.
reverse psychology. I can't fucking
A
say
gente não
that
leu,
word.
né?
You know what I mean.
Tem o Léo.
You have a mat on your
Você acha que ele não percebe esse clima, não?
You have a mat. You have a mat of
O
hair.
que você acha que ele ia preferir? As mães
Go away then.
juntas brigando
Thanks for putting that on
ou
my screen.
separadas e se respeitando, pelo menos?
I'm not gonna
Como é que eu
pick.
faço pra amar essa pessoa?
Good girl.
Ai, sister. Você acha que não tá sendo difícil pra ela também? A Valentina amadureceu muito. Foi você que ensinou ela a ser uma pessoa melhor.
Yep.
Então, o que você acha de retribuir só um pouquinho, assim?
Well, you can't be near me and not expect to get brushed, lady.
Sim.
Hum?
Tá, ótimo, então. Eu tô exausta, eu tô chegando de viagem. Mas o que você acha de eu tomar um banho no seu banheiro, usar aquele perfumezinho no final? Achei na minha viagem,
Vai, Carol, vai.
Banheiro! Vou usar só um pouquinho, juro. Talvez só um pouquinho mais, que eu não achei, né?
And again, I love that people were on her side. People were on... They were understanding Louis' side, but at the same time they were like, yeah, bitch. Yes, we understand why you are the way you are, but Valentina has feelings too, and we're friends with Valentina too, Valentina's family too. You know, they weren't afraid to kind of tell her she's being a bitch.
Pois não? Olá,
This
dona
is Natalie, if
Valentina
you
se
don't know.
encontra?
If
A
you should all
Valentina
know.
segue encomenda pra ela?
She's
Eu pego.
one of the directors.
Então, quer dizer que a casa tá livre pra gente?
And the way this ended, my brain was screaming.
Eu tava morrendo de saudade.
Louis' face on. What the fuck? And I was just like, what the fuck as well? I was just like, oh my god, you dirty bitch, you were cheating on her. No! Why would you do that? Oh, Jesus. And then I was just like, how could you? And then I immediately watched the third episode. That's the thing. I'm one of them people that likes binging it all in one go. I don't like waiting. Waiting pisses me off. So I want the option to binge it, which is another reason why I probably waited to watch it. And to be honest, I completely forgot about it. After I watched the trailer, I completely forgot about watching the episode, the series. Right then, that's episode 2. Again, moving on very nicely. The first season will always be my favourite season because of just how well it was done, and the storyline was just so on point, and also it's always seeing stuff for the first time makes it fresh and makes it more exciting. So seeing them acting, and you've never seen them act that way before, makes you, you're in that land of, wow, this is really good, this is good. And then the second season, you see that again, like a similar scene and the way they act in that, and they just the acting to slightly different, and you're still like, wow. But the first time you're still in that unknown land of, are they gonna be shit at doing this scene? Are they not gonna be shit at doing this scene? Is this gonna look a bit weird? And then you watch it and you're like, God. And then So, first season was the best. And just the way they teased you the whole season. And the whole story was essentially Valentina winning her wife back. And also, you were more focused on that than you were focused on what caused her memory loss in the first place. Initially, you were like, so what happened, because you had the secret little lurks, and then it just became is Valentina going to get her wife back? And then after she got her wife back, it was more like, what happened? What happened? What caused it? So it's a love story. It's a love story. Right then, I shall see you guys for the third episode on Saturday. I'm still not set on the days that I'm releasing this. I was slow to get the second one out because I've just been busy, knackered, in pain, and I couldn't be fucked, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, I should release them. I'm thinking one Saturday and then one like Tuesday or Wednesday or something. But yeah, please do check out my second channel that I have with Eliza. It's called Queer Manic. We would really appreciate it. There's some stupid wife content on that. And on that note, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Really do appreciate it. I shall see you fuckers for the next one.